So let us comment the approach 3 and approach 2 and start with approach 3. So if we see that in approach 2, for each I, you are traversing from j equal to 2 till j equal to square root of I. So for every time we get a new I, we would be finding whether the number is prime or not. Why? Let us restore the prime numbers, whether the number is prime or not. So for that, let us understand with help of number system. Let us take an example for first 100 numbers. So first step is we would be considering that for from 2 till 100 all are prime numbers. We are just assuming it first. Then what we will do is we have marked all this number as red color. If it's not a prime number, we will mark it as white color. So first number is 2, so we know it's a prime number. So we also know that the multiple of any number is never a prime number. So we can say that 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 and so on are not a prime number, so we will mark them as not prime number this way. Next number we see is 3. So similar to 2, we will make their multiple as non-prime numbers. So we see that 6 is already not a prime number, then 9, then 12, then 15, 18 and so on. So we have marked multiple of 3 as not prime numbers. Next number we see is 4. 4 is already marked as not a prime number. So it is we can say that we can see that multiple of 4 are 8, 12, 16, 20, 24 and so on. All the multiples were already marked as non-prime number because those multiples were also present in its own factor, which was 2. So it's not no need to make their multiple prime numbers because it is they are already made prime numbers by their factors. So next number we see is 5. So we will since it's a prime number, we will make their multiple non-prime numbers, which is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and so on. Next number is 6. It's not a prime number, so nothing to do for that. Next number is 7. So we would mark their multiple non-prime numbers 14, 21, 28, 42, 49 and so on. So 77 and 91 were marked as prime numbers, so made it non-prime number, and so on. We would be keep on doing for other numbers. Now if we see that we would be left with only prime numbers marked as red. So let this implement with the help of code. So first we would be making an array as is prime number till 2004. Why 2004? We know the maximum limit of x and y. It's 1000. Okay. So x plus y would maximum be 2000, and you want the smallest number, which is prime number, which becomes prime number by adding all three numbers. So it is 2003. So maximum number that we would be checking for prime number would be 2003. So we would be having an array of size 2004, and for I equal to 0, I less than 2004, I plus plus, we would be making all them as prime number. Here we would be having 1 as a red color and 0 as a white color. So now we would be starting from number 0, I equal to 2, till I less than last number, I plus plus. If it's a prime number, then only we have to do something. So if is prime of I equal to 1, that is red, then their multiples, which starts from j is equal to I into 2, its first multiple, till j less than 2004, j plus equal to, every next multiple would be a difference of I. would make those value equal to 0 as a white color. So here we can check that if the I number is prime or not, that is prime of I is 1 or not, then we have to perform this same step. It is, let us check by submitting it. Oh, so we have done a mistake. Oh, yeah, it is this one. Is prime of j because we are inside the j loop. So again, let us submit. So we got the correct answer. Let us comment and copy paste the approach tree. Since approach 4 is very similar to approach 3, for approach 4 we will be again going to number system. Suppose we take I as 7. So if we see that 14, 21, 28, 35 and 42 were already marked as white before coming to number 7. It was because those all numbers were having factors smaller than 7 also. Like in 14 there was also factor of 2, 21 factor of 3, 28 factor of 4, 35 factor of 5, 42 factor of 6. So we can say that we can directly start making the multiples as non-prime numbers from j equal to I square, correct? By looking this, we can see that j is less than 2004. So I must be less than square root of less than or equal to square root of 2004, so that it could reach 2004. So we can say I is equal to less than square root of 2004. So we have done two changes in approach 4. Let us submit it. So we have done with 4 approaches. Let us check their complexities. So before that, we would make x plus y equal to n. That is because if we see that we have start our problem with I equal to x plus y, and that is our main thing from where we check prime numbers. So let n equal to x plus y. Then for approach 1, for each test case is t, we were executing for each I, and at each I we were seeing that from I equal to 2 till I j equal to I. That means almost all numbers, which we can say as n times. Okay, so we would be having approximately a worst case. Our, if we take worst case, that would be t equal to 1000 and I equal to 2000. So it would become 2 into 10 raised to 6 computations. In approach 2, we have changed from n to square root of n, right? So it becomes 1000 into square root of 2000, which is approximately equal to 44,000. There is already a vast difference in approach 1 and approach 2 itself. In approach 3, if we say, first we make all the numbers till 2004 as prime numbers to n, then we separately uh, make execute this. In this we see that it looks like it's n square complexity, but we see that if the number is prime, then only this loop executes, and we know that there are approximately only 3000 prime numbers within 2004. So this loop would be approximately executing only for 300 times. Okay, so and we also see that it jumps according to I. So suppose I would be 1000, then within 2 execution this would get executed. So we would not go in detail about the calculation of its complexity, but it is approximately n times that whole for I and for j loop executes. Then for t test cases we find the answer. So our approx complexity for worst case would be 2000 plus 2000 plus 1000, which is 5000. It is very small than 44,000. Our approach 4. In approach 4, again we would be not going in depth uh, for their complexity calculation, but we see that instead of 2004 we have gone to square root of 2004, which will be directly converted to 44. This would become 44. So within 44 there are only 15 prime numbers, so like it's very small numbers. So uh, we will not go in detail, but we know that its complexity is n log n, and similar to previous approach we would be adding n and also t, which would be 2000 plus 2000 into log of 2000, so which is approximate plus 1 plus 1000. If we see that it is approximately equal to 1000, let us check. It is 1037, which is approximately 1000. So our complexity reduced to 4000. So in our approach 1 it was 10 is to 6 complexity, and in our approach 4 the complexity is in 4000 comparison only. So we can see the differences. So we are, and approach 4 is also known as sieve of Eratosthenes. This is the best approach for prime numbers when there are multiple test cases and we have to we have to check whether the numbers are prime numbers or not.